Hello, it's me again. We finally made it to the end of the series. And the last topic is going to be kind of a bookend to the front of knowing our strengths is how to create a family culture of sleep that is right for your family. So we're going to start by just having a moment to reflect on what are your ideals? What does your ideal bedtime look like? And is that realistic? Do you have the things in place needed to make that successful? Have you kind of evaluated all the steps it would need to make that happen? What can you do to encourage that sleep pattern that you're so longing for? If it's not realistic, if it involves singing birds and people carrying your children to sleep for you, what things could you change to make a version of that ideal successful for your family? What type of needs do you have most? What if you were to have your top choice, what would that be? And can you take steps to make that happen? Because if we're living out our values or our sleep values as a family, or what we need as a family is being met, then that ideal might be found in the simplicity of that, as opposed to this grand idea that we may have. And expectations for our children, are they in place? Is it that they will sleep through the night at 2 years old? Because it's not always completely realistic. There's lots of different stages that 2-year-olds are going through that, they've got some big teeth coming in. Sometimes they might have a cold. There's not going to be full nights of sleep every night of parenting. There's not full nights of sleep every night throughout your whole life as an adult. So making sure that when we're starting this plan and we're starting these transitions, that we have reality somewhere in our grasp. So for step one is, what is your ideal? Can you work from that ideal to a realistic plan? Second is to take some time to reflect what is working right now. Is there something, a single part of the whole transition, whether it's stories or teeth brushing routine, or the fact that you have got a good bath thing going every night? Is there a part of it that's successful? There might be a part, it might really fall off the rails from there. But is there one part where you're like, we've got this? Because I want you to give credit where credit's due. You might be doing some things really, really well that you're enjoying and the kids are enjoying and that you look forward to. And you're allowed to, even if you're taking notes and writing something down about this, it's the successful part can even be they all fell asleep. Because if that's happening, then you're having some success somewhere. So you got to celebrate those parts and take that time to give yourself a pat on the back, and also see maybe it's not as overwhelming as we thought if we break it into pieces, to see that there's something that's going well. On the flip side of that, what parts of it are not serving our relationship with our children? What parts of it are actually harming our relationship with our children, or causing us stress and anxiety? Or what parts, when you think about, I don't want to do this again tonight, what are those parts? Taking time to reflect on those to really see what, if it's the kids' needs that are not being met at that time, or if it's our energy level that's not right for that activity at that time, if it's just taking 17 hours or half of our day, what parts do we need to reflect on that aren't working? And again, going through all these videos to see what we might be able to add to give us that outcome that we're so hopeful for. If you go through all these videos and you try things and you still have a situation about sleep that's not positive, I want you to make sure that there's lots of professionals that you can reach out to, and Learn Quebec has some really wonderful resources, so contacting them will be a great idea. I just wanted to thank you all for being part of this, and I hope you enjoyed these and that you found some of them insightful. Again, just sinking into yourself and your relationship with your kids so that bedtime becomes something we can look forward to. Thank you.